Good morning to our esteemed moderator, Anita, and distinguished speakers. And a warm welcome to all our viewers joining us for another session of this roundtable discussion. This morning, I would like to begin with 3 facts that illustrate what I consider West Africa's development paradox. First, despite decades of commitment to regional integration, only about 11.5% of our trade takes place within the ECOWAS region. Europe trades 66% within its own region. Asia trades nearly 60%. Second, a truck traveling the Lagos-Abidjan corridor spends on average up to 14 hours at each border crossing. During that time, it accounts between $300 and $400 in daily idle costs. Multiply that across thousands of trucks, and one begins to appreciate the economic costs of implementation. Africa requires between $130 billion and $170 billion annually to meet its infrastructure needs, while West Africa alone faces a financing gap of between $50 billion and $100 billion every year. These figures tell a simple story. That is, our economies are growing, but they are not connected enough. The 2026 West African Development Outlook, a research document produced by the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, shows that the region grew by 4.8% in 2025, while inflation, debt levels, and fiscal deficits all improved. Yet, recent disruptions from the COVID-19 to conflicts affecting global energy and fertilizer markets have exposed how vulnerable we remain to shocks originating far beyond our borders. That is why today's theme, financing integration in a fragmenting region, making AFCFTA work for West Africa, is so important. After it's more than a trade, it is an opportunity to create larger markets, strengthen regional value chains, and build greater economic resilience. Simply put, it is a lifeline in an increasingly volatile global economic environment. For West Africa, the goal is not only to trade more, but to produce, process, and create more value within the region. The challenge is financing delivery. Roads, power interconnections, logistics platforms, industrial parks, and digital infrastructure are what transform integration from policy to economic reality. At the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, we are committed to supporting that transformation. In 2025, our commitments increased by 83% to $813 million. In the last 6 months, the board of the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development has approved over $1 billion for strategic projects across the sub-region. Since commencing operations, EBID has approved $5.7 billion for 389 projects, with nearly half directed towards infrastructure. But we cannot do it alone. Private capital and global institutional investors owe trillions. What they require is a cogent and clear plan of bankable deals with credible sovereign commitment to close the identified gaps in an accelerated manner. Our objective today is therefore straightforward. That is to identify practical cross-border projects that can attract investment, preferably anchor projects that can move from concept to financial close within 12 to 24 months. Projects that will accelerate integration and prove that regional connectivity is a catalyst for growth, competitiveness, and shared prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to a fruitful discussion. Thank you all for your kind attention. Merci beaucoup pour votre aimable attention. Muito obrigado.